Muy buenos días YouTube, soy Jerry y bienvenidos un día más al canal a otro vídeo reacción de Payday 3. Hace unas horas que ha salido el Dev Update número 10. Acabo de llegar de la universidad de un día muy duro, estoy muy cansado. Y bueno, me puedo imaginar qué es lo que nos van a enseñar en este Dev Update, porque si no visteis el último directo que hice aquí en el canal, justo ese día se confirmó que sí, que la siguiente actualización nos va a traer de vuelta la misión de First World Bank, que yo nunca la he probado. En teoría totalmente gratis, y yo espero que con el Overdrill, que si no sabéis lo que es básicamente un easter egg que pones un taladro que dura 30 minutos y te dan muchísimo oro. Importante también, justo el último vídeo que subí de Payday 3 comentando la situación actual del juego y eso, pues bueno, justo al día siguiente salió un comunicado que trajo, bueno, muchísima polémica a la comunidad, porque básicamente era como el reporte cuatrimestral de Starbreeze. Y en él nos comentaban que para el segundo año de Payday 3, pues la cantidad de desarrolladores implicados en el desarrollo del segundo año va a ser inferior y que esperan pues mantener más o menos la calidad con menos gente, lo cual pues hombre, no tiene mucho sentido y no son demasiadas buenas noticias. Lo comenté un poco también al inicio del último directo que hice, por si queréis verlo, ¿vale? Pero no perdamos el tiempo, vamos a ver este Dev Update número 10, que lo tenía aquí guardado y me ha desaparecido. Y a ver de qué va este First World Bank, a ver qué nos cuentan. Y eso. Por cierto, salieron a hacer un directo, un poco de control de daños Almir y el CEO de Starbreeze, Mats, creo que se llama Mats no sé qué, que bueno. Eso, control de daños, palabras muy bonitas y mentiras para que estemos tranquilos, pero que saben que están cagados por dentro. Yo no me creo nada de lo que dicen personalmente. Aunque bueno, ese es que yo con Almir, lo comento alguna vez, creo es como un tío que me cae bien, pero al mismo tiempo es como que el tío muchas veces está haciendo control de daños y se nota, en mi opinión personal, que no es la verdad absoluta ni mucho menos, ¿vale? Entonces, como os digo, vamos a ver esto y a ver qué tal. Vamos.
Hello Heisters, we've got a bunch of exciting stuff to go through, and while the keen-eyed viewers have already spotted some clues in the last dev update, I'm sure most of you would love to hear more details about what's coming in the next update for Payday 3. So let's get going, shall we?
A ver si remontamos esto.
What's up, Heisters? Almir here. To begin with, I'd like to introduce someone very special to all of us in the Payday community. And I'm talking about none other than Ilya, the sniper Petrusic.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Ilya and I go all the way back to the days of Oracle software, back when Payday the Heist was just a glimmer in the eye of a handful of passionate developers with more dreams than funding. To add to that, Ilya, you are one of the founders of Oracle.
Yeah, one of the 8 people that had the idea to make a bank robbery game back in the day.
People don't understand this, but First World Bank was actually made 15 years ago, right?
Yeah, 15 years ago. That was the first thing that we ever did. We basically we were working on some sci-fi game. That was the idea. I went to lunch with Ulf, and he flipped his mind and said we should just make a bank robbery game. And then we went back from lunch, and that's when First World Bank was born.
Esta es la misión, por si no sabéis, muy chula.
Like, the main idea of the layout that I wanted to do were the 3 wings, so like the lobby and then the sides. In the first version also there was a much bigger focus on the outside, because we didn't know what to do with the escapes back then. I mean, we didn't know what the game was, so we sort of just like, oh, now we need another office. All of that was just, you know, ad hoc basically.
Yeah.
But the
because of the need, like you were playing it and you felt something's missing, and you discussed
escaping, you know, back outside just didn't feel right, so we removed it. You escaped to the neighboring office, and then you would run upstairs to another office, and there's a chopper on the roof, and something happened, we couldn't have that, so then basically the basement got added. It's weird that like all those decisions
Esta es la huida.
affected something 15 years down the line. It's very surreal.
I want to ask you, Ilya, because I mean,
¿Esto es del Payday 3 ya? ¿Esto que le he enseñado?
made First World Bank a reality from being nothing into something 15 years ago, right? But could you just mention like 3 things that you think are improved from the original to the version we're going to play in Payday 3?
It would be one, the balcony, like the flow of the player movement, but there's no real way from the middle.
Ojo, esto es Payday 3.
To like bounce down, so you would have to always move all the way around, which, you know, it's not great for the player when they would basically not choose to go there. And we also removed some walls just to make the stealth part a little better, like in the way the player can see guards and plan their movement. There's more, but we don't need to maybe
disclose all of it.
Yeah.
For me, when I think about First World Bank, there's something with that particular heist specifically that resonates not only with me but also with the players. What do you think that is?
Overdrill.
I think there wasn't any bank robbery related games ever, and then, or not ever, but there was very few. And then when this came out, I think it's just naturally like you want to play the bank.
Hostia, me gusta mucho cómo se ve, tío. Me gusta mucho.
Like a fortress, and then you are, the guy
entering it,
effing it up, and you're doing, you have this hidden thermite, and I guess it makes you feel, powerful and cool. So it plays into the fantasy a lot.
Yeah, and I think like based on how you described the creation of the heist and your thought process going in, and it being the very first heist you ever made in Payday, I think all of those things play a big part. And of course, Simon's music, the dialogue in the heist, the way you set it up from a level design perspective, but also the atmosphere of it all, how it looks and feels.
Wow.
I think all of those things together
¿Cómo se ve, tío?
make such a memorable experience. All right, we'd like to thank Ilya for joining us, both for taking time for this video and for coming back, of course, to work with us to make First World Bank a reality in Payday 3. Thank you so much, Ilya.
Thank you for having me.
So now we're going to talk about Payday 3 version, and we hand it over to our heist producer, who you might know from before, whose name is Tobias Remesh. Take it away, Tobias.
Nope, it's me again, Almir. We got so much good footage from the interview with Ilya that went unused for the dev update, so we decided to make a separate video containing the full interview. If you want to check it out, link is in the description.
Vale, se han subido otro vídeo que es como una entrevista entera con este tío.
While some of you may recognize me, allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Tobias Remesh, the heist producer on Payday 3. Fans of the heist will recognize its movie-esque looks and huge layout, as well as its varied approach and, of course, the secret, aka Overdrill. Now it's important to note that
¿Qué está pasando?
it's been given a facelift, making it look more modern and sleek. Veterans will feel at home in its layout, for the most part. There might be one or two passageways that are new to you. There are a few new objectives, and of course the ability to use Payday 3's improved stealth mechanics and casing. Really hope you enjoy this timeless classic that is First World Bank in its new Payday 3 form.
Bien. Supongo que eso que hemos visto era el personaje nuevo.
New mask patterns to the game. I don't know what the artists have been through lately, but we start off with luchadores and go into some really scary looking patterns. Regardless, they'll be a great fit for a heister who wants to inspire fear in their victims.
Nuevos patrones. Bueno, esto me la pela bastante, la verdad.
Likewise, customizing one's gear is the hallmark of mastery. As such, we're providing another 20 weapon skins.
Vale.
That lets you show the world that you are no newbie to wielding the tools of your trade.
Nuevas skins, bien.
A trusted and beloved friend, we go back many years. Yes, our heisters and Teddy Moo have a long and fruitful history. Introduced in Payday the Heist, Mr. Moo has been a stalwart ally to the Payday gang, helping not only hide equipment, but also providing much-needed moral support. Now, the gang is able to bring Teddy Moo along for the ride in Payday 3 as well. Both the outfit and mask will be available for free in the upcoming update.
Wow.
So go out and steal some Mooney.
Una skin entera del peluche en el que trae la sierra mecánica. Está gracioso, me gusta. No me ha flipado la skin, pero la idea está graciosa.
You can read the upcoming patch notes for all the details. We took the opportunity to look into how our crosshairs work. We cleaned up the settings, giving you the opportunity to choose the size and function yourself.
Vale.
We added a new option called Show Accuracy. This setting will allow you to choose if your crosshair should be static or visualize the spread if you so prefer.
We hope you're as excited as we are to revisit First World Bank for the third time and in the third game.
Has any other game done that? Same level, 3 games?
We might have a world first
Bank.
on our hands.
¿Ya está?
Jag trodde det behöver retakes.
Ni una fecha. Tío, pensaba que al menos iban a darnos una fecha de cuando sale. Bueno, no voy a decir que ha sido tampoco el mejor Dep Update. Hay ganas de jugar esta misión. Yo, como os digo, nunca la he probado. Tengo muchas ganas de ver cómo es. Vamos a tener la misión en asalto todo el loot, por supuesto. Sigilo todo el loot. Y por supuesto, me gustaría hacer el overdrill. Me imagino que pues encontraré gente para hacerlo y lo grabaremos, que hay muchas ganas. Lo mismo que os digo todos los vídeos, ganas de que este juego remonte, ganas de que este juego levante, a ver si esta actualización trae a mucha gente de vuelta, espero que sí, la verdad. Y esperemos que este juego sobreviva porque a mí me gusta, ya lo sabéis, pero bueno, la están cagando, las cosas como son, y con esta actualización, pues hombre, a ver si la cosa mejora un poco, ¿no? Como os digo, cuando se sepa cuándo sale o si hay algo más antes de que salga, pues aquí estaré para comentároslo y si no, pues nos vemos cuando salga esta actualización, ¿vale? Que espero que no me pille en medio de exámenes y cosas así. Nada más, soy Jerry, os deseo un grande como siempre y yo me despido. Adiós.